I traded it all, if I gave
Welcome back, everyone. I don't know, it just so happened today to be the soothing kind of a day for me, and I'm so excited about bringing on my next guest, who is Tina Morley, and she is we're going to call you the owner, creator, founder of Soul of a Woman. So welcome to the show. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself. You're beautiful, and you're inspirational for people, motivational for people. And you have something that we're going to do as a giveaway as well. I want to say to everybody that we are live on Facebook, so I want to say hi to everybody out there. So like us and follow us, and you guys can all call in and be a part of this. And I'm so excited about this. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Carol. It's a pleasure to be here.
So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and why you created this and what it's all about. You got a book that's in a work, everything.
Yes. You know, it's interesting. It's been like 20 years in the making because God laid it on my heart about 20 and a half years ago. Actually, almost 21. My daughter's turning 21, my second. And I was pregnant with her, and I was in the NBA. My husband at the time was in the NBA. I was part of the NBA. He was in the NBA. And I had an experience that touched me and saddened me. It wasn't a personal one. It was something that I saw. And I realized at the time that we as women are straining in our sisterhood, and there's just a deep need to connect on a better level. And I said to my husband at the time, on the way home from dinner, I said, you know what, I'm going to write a book. And it's going to revolve around the soul of a woman. And I finally have done it this late in the day, but, I had 4 children, and we went through a divorce, and it was really important for me to put them first, and because that's part of my job, and it's one of the most honorable jobs to me as a mother is to create good-hearted people that are humble and contributing members of society. So that was the priority, and now
Absolutely.
I have the time. So I'm so grateful, and I'm working hard.
And so let's talk about it, because something obviously motivated you. Do you want to tell everybody what that was?
Well, it was that incident that night, and I have to tell you, it was, I hesitate to say too much about it, but it was relating to another woman who was very proud to have something that belonged to another woman, if you will. Okay. May I say that more appropriately? We can probably guess what it is.
Yes, absolutely.
A marital issue. And it broke my heart that a woman would find so much joy and pride in a situation like that.
Yeah, that's not really nice, is it?
No.
So here's what the thing is. You have T-shirts and all sorts of things. Your website is, right, the one that we've been on. I've been on it right now. It's soulofawoman.com. You can check her out there. The T-shirts, we're going to give one away. So let's talk about them. It says Soul, S-O-U-L, much love. Why do the T-shirts, what are those all about? And you say you have both for men and women. And there's a reason why you've been reaching out to men as well, too. Go ahead.
Correct. Yes. It's so interesting because I've found that so many men have been reaching out to me, and it's so cool, Carol, because I always thought at this time that it was women that needed that deep space of place, within their soul. And I'm realizing now that men are wanting this as well. So, that's just wonderful.
Men, I know you like to try and act macho, but we all know that deep inside, especially now, this world has changed. You're all reaching out, both men and women out there.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've had some amazing stories come in through my website, and men leave me amazing messages about their life and the humility that they've really wanted to attain as they've gotten older, and how that cultivates better relationships. It's really cool.
Now, so we're going to give away a T-shirt, so everybody's
Yes.
going to get entered in to win a T-shirt. And so the number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. It's for anyone. It's Soul, much love.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. She said she's going to come back maybe and give me one, so I'd love to have one too. Okay, so how do you parent, work, and stay involved with the community and keep your balance? How do you do that?
It's so hard, and that's why it's taken me so long today, because I always put the children first, and I was very grateful I had that opportunity to do so. So now I've got one that's out of college. She was a neuro and social biopsych major over at Santa Clara University, and she now has equity and works at a tech firm in San Francisco. So praise God, she's
unbelievable.
That one's done. And then I've got one at UC Santa Barbara. She's a sophomore there, and she's a film and media major. And I have a junior in high school, and she actually is a teen a Lifeline peer counselor. She's just lovely. And then my son, Max. And so he's a freshman. And so really I've gotten more time, obviously, as the children have gotten older, and I've just put the time in. And I think it's so important to be able to balance all of it, but always come back to family first. It's a priority as a mother for me.
So what you're doing is you're wanting to help people out there and help them with their things that they're struggling with.
Absolutely. You know, I'm a positive psychology practitioner, and we really focus on the science of happiness. And I think so many people get confused about what happiness really is. And I think we think it's found in society and relationships. You know, people will say, well, are you happy in your marriage? Well, everyone should always be happy in their marriage, because they should be happy within themselves first. If their marriage isn't great, okay, that's about the marriage, but not about yourself. And so I think we have to recognize more that happiness is truly cultivated. It isn't found in circumstances or relationships. And so I'm really passionate about that, because I do see a lot of depression and I see a lot of sadness. And I think we need to cultivate more happiness, and we cultivate more purpose in our life, and it makes us feel more fulfilled.
Absolutely. We all know that. And again, you can check her out on the website. It is soulofawoman.com. And we've got our lines open here, and everyone's getting entered in to win a t-shirt. So our number here, 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. It's Soul, S-O-U-L, much love. And today we're talking about love.
Yes.
Right? So let's talk a little bit about it.
Well, love is such, a overused term, but in a way it's a great thing that it's used. But I think we verbalize it so much more than we act it out, and we have to understand that, love by words alone doesn't really bring it to life. It just plants the seed.
It's the action.
Amen, sister. So, I thought maybe we could talk about some actions that really put love, actions that we can take physically, verbally, to put love into action and really create life out of love.
Go ahead.
I think the first one is kindness. And I know people say, oh, kindness, it's easy to be kind. It really isn't always easy to be kind, especially days that we're having a bad day.
Sometimes we're not so kind.
Sometimes we want to be grumpy, So we have to try to cultivate that kindness when we are actually lacking within ourselves, right? Because kindness actually decreases pain in the body. It builds serotonin levels as well, which people don't recognize. When you act out kindness, you're building serotonin levels, which decreases depression, and it's the happy hormone. So why not try to cultivate it when you're down, especially, and do something nice for someone? Maybe it's your loved one, daughter, child, friend, someone you don't know. And I think that's a big part of acting out love. That's like the first step to me. It's just that kindness.
Just a little act of kindness.
Amen, yes. I do think that in order to act out love, it's so important to understand empathy. Empathy is definitely, it's a mode to relate to others. But I think that having empathy is different than also having compassion, whereas compassion is acting out that feeling, if that makes sense. Compassion would be like, for example, you are walking down the street and it's raining and you see a homeless person. You feel empathy for them. It's sad, it's unfortunate, but do you really act that out through compassion? Do you give them your umbrella and walk the rest of the way home in the rain? And empathy is so important because it's co-suffering with another, but it's also understanding. It gives you more gratitude for who you are, and you feel more purpose in your life because you're connecting with another one, and you're creating some sincere love and joy and connection to another, because that's what we need when we are suffering. We need that. We need those hormones to be built back up. It really gives you a sense of purpose as well. I think it's a big part of love.
We're going to be going to a break, and when we come back, I want to talk a little bit further as well. Can I get the t-shirts online as well?
Absolutely.
Tell them about the men as well, that you have men men t-shirts as well.
Oh, guys, we got it for you. We've got Soul of a Gentleman, and it's really great because on the tags I have a little discussion about gentlemen. Men, you can all look it up, soulofawoman.com, soulofagentleman.com. We've got some new ones that aren't on the website yet. They will be. That's one of the ones we're giving out today, and hope you guys all check it out. I think you'll like it.
You got to check it out. It's soulofawoman.com or soulofagentleman.com. We've got our lines open here, and I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for it. It's Soul, S-O-U-L, much love, and I can't wait to get mine. I've been saying that all day today. I just feeling the love, and thank you for everybody that's been doing that for me all day today, too. So, again, our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We'll be getting back in just a minute, and check it out on the website. It's soulofawoman.com or soulofagentleman.com. We'll be back. Just hang tight. Welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Tina Marley, and she's the owner of Soul of a Woman and, of course, Soul of a Gentleman as well. And we have our lines open here, and right now everyone's getting entered in to win a T-shirt, and it's Soul, S-O-U-L, much love. And so we've got our lines open, and you can call throughout the rest of the show to get one of these for you or someone that you know that you love, too. So our number here, 602-277-5369, and toll-free, it's 1-866-536-1100. At the break, we were talking a little bit about your book that you have that's coming out, and you're really excited about it. I know it's coming soon. And you told me that your T-shirts were, the names of on the T-shirts were chapters. I want to talk about that. That's awesome.
Yes, that's how it actually started. Was I thought, you know what? I just really want to promote this positivity, and I'm so passionate about it, just seeing everything I've seen in my life. And so I thought, how about on the T-shirts and hats? So we have kind of both now, and they started off as chapter titles in the book, so they all have soul in them. And eventually what had happened was, well, I'd get suggestions from people, how about this and how about that? So we've sort of branched off from that, but originally it was definitely all the chapter titles, which will give away some of the chapter titles in the book.
Ooh, should we? Can we just do one or two?
Soul Beautiful is one. Attributes of beauty. I think it's really important for us as women to understand what that means. Soul Warrior is another, the inner war between sort of the ego and our higher self.
You know what? It's such a neat. I love the whole idea of it. That I mean, I could, like, if I'm reading a chapter, I want to go in and put on a T-shirt and put it on so that it goes together. That's how I would want to do that.
You know what's so funny, Carol? I've actually been doing that as I've been writing the chapters. So I just finished a chapter on motherhood. I was wearing Soul Mother. You know, and I was doing my sisterhood chapter. I was doing Soul
Isn't
Sisters.
that neat?
Hysterical. Yeah.
Again, we've got this lines open here for everyone to get your T-shirt. It's going to say Soul, much love. 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Don't forget, it's not just women. You men out there, all of you, a lot of people, no matter how what they think about, right, left, indifferent or not, whatever. So many people today are they are reaching deep down inside themselves and they want to learn more. And they want to be, I don't want to say better people, that's not really the word, but better themselves, right? And men especially. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. I think it's great that men are so heavily interested in becoming more emotionally evolved. It's really building your emotional IQ.
It's not like the 50s. Remember in the 50s they were not, right?
No, that was like not macho.
60s, like, no.
Now I think it's more macho to really actually humble yourself and really have some depth. I think our country is an incredible country. We're filled with so many intelligent people, but I feel like there's a greater need for some deeper people as well. And I think men are recognizing that, and I think it's only going to help flourish their businesses and their families and kind of create like that secret sauce for everything.
And
here's life.
Here's something that's going to make people laugh, because I know I have, I meet children that like in their 30s that are married and have children, and the men and how hands-on they are. And the women who all divorced their husbands, I'm going to just say this, that for those reasons, they thought they were going to, they know what they're talking about. That's why they're all jealous. They're all jealous because they say, that's what I was looking for, It's so interesting. I mean, it's just amazing, but I'm happy for that. I think it's a wonderful thing.
Well, I think men are great leaders, too, for families as well. They're really great protectors, and I think it's important for them to gain some emotional IQ to really help protect and provide and profess their love for their family.
So we're talking again a little bit more about love and empathy and compassion and some of the other things. Let's go back into a couple of other things that you might want to talk. Self-love.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love myself so much. Go ahead.
It's interesting because some people think that self-love is something taboo. Don't go there. It's narcissistic and your ego is out of control. But quite frankly, it's the definition of self-love is the regard for one's well-being as a desired characteristic rather than a narcissistic characteristic. So self-love is clearly so important. It allows us to learn from our mistakes. It allows us not to get stuck in our past. And so it's really important when I coach people as well, as we talk about a lot of self-love, compassion for the self and empathy for yourself, allowing you to be the permission to be human and still be loved. Because we are human. We're going to fall short. And self-love is really what allows us to live more freely and to be able to love others, because we can't really give what we don't have internally, and I think we forget that. And when we give that love to others and we have the courage to let it go and give it to others, we see such transformation, magnificent transformations in the world, and that comes right back to us 10 times.
It doesn't happen overnight, though. It's
No.
very hard. You have to work on loving yourself in that way and understanding what that really means.
And I think all of this is a process. I mean, life is a process. People think, for example, even my book, you read a book, it's going to change your life. No book is going to change your life. No book anyone writes is going to change your life. Only you can change your life. And you know what? Honestly, it's a path we take. It's a road that we're traveling on. It's our journey, and it's constant. Just like your work is constant, at your job, it's
Right.
also internal work is always. We forget that it's constant. We think, oh yeah, well no, I've done it. I've got it. It's in there. But we can lose it through a hurtful circumstance or some pain. We can really lose our great qualities. That's why we have to keep cultivating and building them back. It's work.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing about it. They say that it's never done, and it's never done because it's never wrong, because you can change it every single day, right?
Yep.
And there's things that you did that you can be proud of, and there's things that you do that maybe you want to change, this and that. And so every day you can, and there's so many facets of ourselves that we can be doing that all day long.
Yeah, with
different
everything.
things, with everything.
Right, with different circumstances. And honestly, like I tell my son, he's at a basketball tournament in Las Vegas right now. I said, honey, learn from all your mistakes. There's no failure in making a mistake. The only failure is not choosing to learn from it and build on that wisdom that you gain from that. And it's just so true. It's about ourselves. We just got to keep that humility.
I want to talk about when you say you're coach, okay? Do you coach both men and women?
I do coach both men and women, and I have done a lot of private. I'm getting more into retreats for women, speaking engagements at events and things like that. I'm working on an online course for mindfulness for everyone that they can buy online, and we'll also be doing them like as retreats, like 2-day retreats, kind of intense retreats for people that want to sign up for that are local. And I am starting to travel and speak as well. So it's just going to keep going.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can only see that. I even said today when you were on, I said, you asked at the break, you asked me how I liked you. And I said, the first thing I said out of my mouth, I think you should have your own radio show.
How am I on the radio? I don't know. What do I sound like?
No, but it's awesome.
So cute.
And I think what I love about the radio for it is that you've got this captured audience. They are sitting there. And what I know more so about people now than ever, and I've been doing this for 10 years, is that everyone's looking for information.
Amen.
Whether the information is something that could help them with a health product that they need, or if it's something like this, and they listen to this, and it just might resonate within them.
That's
And
right.
that's what I think is really important.
Yeah, that's right. Or transfer that to someone else. And really, when you see my website, you'll see that I do have nutritional articles as well. I have everything from psychological, physical, spiritual type of articles, because I really think the blend and the trio really needs to come together to find balance in our life.
And we've got our lines open here because everyone's got to get entered in to win a T-shirt, and it's Soul, S-O-U-L, much love. And our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. It's for anyone. It's for you. It's for love yourself and get one, right?
Yeah,
there
that's
you go.
right.
That's a nice
well,
one.
I like mine. I wear so much love. I want to have so much love for me and everyone.
Everyone. And also, maybe it's your significant other you want to give it to, or whatever. Is it
great.
is it both? Is it for just adults, the T-shirts, or do you have children ones? So I just asked.
I have some teen sizes.
Okay, good. Just check in on that. So you could check out the website. You got to check it out. It's soulofawoman.com or soulofagentleman.com. Don't forget, you guys out there as well. What are your future plans then for this whole thing?
So the future plans are to just
Besides radio.
Yeah, that's right. To really just keep getting the book finished and travel a lot all over the world. Really, I want to bring this globally all over and really promote a lot of positivity for everyone and help educate everyone in a way that is not just like I said, not just with nutrition and but really combining the trio. The mind, body, and soul together.
Right. It's full circle, right?
Yes, it's so important to balance everything. The mind becomes the analyzer, and we tend to get too much in our head, and the heart, we tend to get too emotional. It's really important to balance in this. So there's ways that I give people to really understand how to balance it all out and not create too much hype in your life of negativity.
Right. So the book is almost done.
We're about 6 months away. I just finished, actually, Oh gosh, my 8th chapter. So
Boy, you could really go on and on and on. The question would be, when would you know to stop that one? Because you would want a second one. I mean,
Oh,
you
no,
just
there's
could
more
go,
coming.
Exactly.
Yeah, this
you
is
could
just the
just
beginning.
go on and on with this.
This is just the beginning. I'm going to start in about 4 months, the one for men, and then we're going to do a lot more based on what's in this first book.
Sort of like, the chicken soup of the soul. This is a little bit sort of the same on the other side, on another level. Oh, gosh, I love it. So maybe the next time you come, we'll have books that we can give away.
Oh, we will.
So we've got our lines open here, and I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. Keep on calling, guys. The number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. The shirt says Soul, S-O-U-L, much love. I'm going to wear mine for Harvey when I get mine for my friend that passed today. Again, you check out the website. It's really cool. It's soulofawoman.com or soulofagentleman.com. Keep on calling here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100.